My name is Kim Fuller, and I'm the founder of Born to Rise. But like I said, I could not have done it without all of you.
I'm here to continue to pave the way for women to use their voices, be heard from a personal level. It's not just I did this and then I did that. I also felt this and I felt that, and I was moved to do this and I was moved to do that, and I began to understand something, and I rose.
It's about loving yourself and seeing yourself for the beautiful person that you are. And the world is never constructed for us specifically. You are the beholder, right? So behold me and let me stand in and look at myself and say to myself that I am beautiful. As you are looking at people and you're thinking about judgment of how they look and what life story that is, toss that out the window, because you never know what somebody's history is. You never know that there might actually not be pain and trauma and all of those things associated with where we are. We are just who we are, and we're made to feel and look beautiful in our own skin.
I feel I am one of the luckiest people in the whole world. I have been born with, or endowed with, or as I like to say, given the grace of optimism. The glass can be 3/4 empty, and I will find a way that it will be full. And I've had to kind of do that throughout my life, and it's been rewarding. I went into Wall Street. I had no idea what I wanted as a career. And then I never had an objective. I never said I have to make this much money. I never said I want to be the head of this. I just took each challenge as it came along and did as the best I could. And it catapulted me to something else. There were times when I was frustrated, very frustrated. There were times when I knew I didn't get a promotion as a woman. And I gave myself a certain amount of advice. I said, listen, pouting is not an option. You can do two things. You can quit and find another place to go. There were lots of opportunities. Or you can prove them wrong.
Kim asked me to share a story. I thought, story, there needs to be a beginning and an end, and I don't have an end. I am a work in progress. And thank you. And every day I can be better than myself or worse than myself. And every day I can do better for the students that I work with. And I also will make mistakes. Joy is a deeply profound emotion. And when we can cultivate that in a space, when we actively practice it and we make space for other people to feel like they can live that, I feel like that's the most beautiful thing on earth. And so for me to build this life around jazz, around identifying the joy, making space for all of the in-between, and for seeing each other truly and wholly in community, I feel like it's the greatest gift I've been handed in my life.
See, I was raised in a very conservative, born-again Christian family. And it wasn't that sex was ever talked about as bad, it's that sex was just never talked about at all. When I was 27, after I married my second husband, I was going out with some girls, and one of the girls said, let's swing by my friend's party on the way to go out, and it was a sex toy party. And so there came a moment when I realized that these parties were not just fun, they were also having a real impact on women's lives. So how can we make a difference? How can we help women talk about sex? How can we have open, honest discussions about women's sexual health? How about we stop shaming women for enjoying sex? How about our real doctors be trained to say, hey, this medication that I just gave you, it is going to have sexual side effects. It is going to give you decreased lubrication, decreased or complete inability to orgasm. How about we advocate for ourselves? When your doctor gives you a new prescription, say, hey, is this going to have any sexual side effects?
Brings the happiness to just have, a community of empowered women and just to support each other, right? And elevate each other.
I love coming every year because I think what Kim is doing is that she is teaching women how to reclaim their stories, how to love themselves, and how to help them see the beauty in who they are, that they were meant for greatness. So every year is fantastic. I always enjoy the speakers, and I meet new friends at it as well.
It took a lot for me to be a storyteller, but I derive so much power and positivity from hearing the stories of others. And so to be able to come together, to share our stories, to tell our truths, and to connect with others is really a wonderful way to spend an evening. This is my first time. It will definitely not be my last. It's been a wonderful, empowering evening for me.
I'll tell you that on my wings, it was the fear of the future that I'm trying to let go. And so I'll throw that in the fire. In 2019, I ended up passing out and seizing in my dormitory. It was MELAS disease, it's an acronym, and I was officially diagnosed in 2019. So what happens is I get little lesions in the back of my brain where it's ocular. So that's what makes me blind and have what they're known as seizures. All these paintings kind of came into play, actually in honor of my uncle, who was a painter, and he passed away. My grandmother came over one day and she's like, let's taking a painting class. And lo and behold, all this came into play. The cards are in the back, and everything gets donated to the Mitochondrial Disease Foundation.
Kim is such a presence, powerful individual, so supportive, and brings out the best in people. I can't speak highly enough of her and how much she has supported me and was able to help me get my story out through her Soul Pilots program, which she is now offering to everyone.
My mom's always been a big community-driven person, so it's fun to watch her kind of build just something that she's loved into, a place where people can gather and be creative. I don't think that there's enough of that, like once you graduate from like school or something. So it's fun that this is a place where women of all ages, men too, can come and just be creative, have fun, and learn new things, and be in like a safe space. And it's cool watching my mom lead it. It's so fun.